Hello student. So after completion of the oral cavity, let's start the next part of the digestive tract, that is the pharynx. So pharynx, it is a tube 12 to 14 centimeter long that extends from the base of skull to the lower sixth cervical vertebra, means from the C6 vertebra. It located behind the nose, oral cavity or the mouth, and behind the larynx, and it is wider in the upper part and narrow in the lower part. So let's see the detailed structures related with the pharynx. So here in this diagram you can see that is the pharynx, that is from this region to this region, that is the pharynx. So it is a tube 12 to 4 centimeter long that extends from, that is from the base of skull to the sixth cervical vertebra. So here you can see that is the C6 vertebra and this is the base of the skull. So from this region to this region, near about 12 to 14 centimeter length. So that is the pharynx. It lies behind the nose, mouth and the larynx. So here that is the posterior part of the nose, here that is the posterior part of the mouth, and here that is the larynx. So it should be present posterior to that the nose, mouth and the larynx. Then it is more wider into that the upper part, and as it goes downward, so it should be narrower and the narrower. Okay? Then structures associated with the pharynx. So superiorly it is related with, so here that is related with the base of skull. This is the inferior surface of the base of skull. Then inferiorly, this one, it is continuous as the oesophagus. So here it should be continue as the oesophagus. Then anterior wall, this one, it is incomplete because of the opening of, this is the nasal opening, this is the oral opening, and that is the larynx. Okay? And posterior wall, this one, that is made by the areolar tissue, the involuntary muscles and the bodies of first to sixth cervical vertebra. So here you can see these are the bodies of first to sixth cervical vertebra. Then the division of the pharynx. So pharynx, according to location, it should be divided into the three parts. The part which is present in relation with the nose, it is called the nasopharynx. The part which is related with the mouth or the oral cavity, it is called the oropharynx, and the part which is related with that the larynx, so it is called the laryngopharynx. So let's see that is the division of the pharynx. So here in this another diagram you can see this one. This is the nasopharynx, this is the oropharynx, and this is the laryngopharynx. So first see that is the nasopharynx. So nasopharynx, this part, it lies behind the nasal cavities and above to the soft palate. So here you can see that is the curve, it is called the soft palate. So above to the soft palate, that the part of the pharynx, it is called the nasopharynx. Then the boundaries of the nasopharynx, that is superiorly or the roof, it is made by the body of sphenoid bone. So here you can see this is the body of sphenoid bone and basilar part of the occipital bone. Okay? Then next to it, that is the floor, this lower part, floor means lower part. It is made by, here you can see that is the soft palate and pharyngeal isthmus. So it is called the pharyngeal isthmus. Then anterior wall, this one, it is formed by the posterior nasal aperture. Okay? And the posterior wall, this one, that is made by the sloping surface with the roof and supported by anterior arch of the C1 vertebra. So here you can see that is the C2. So this is the C1 vertebra, that is the arch. Okay? Then the features of the nasopharynx. So it lies, the nasopharynx, it lies behind the nose and above to the level of the soft palate. Okay? its lateral wall having the two openings of the auditory tube. That is, auditory tube means the eustachian tube which is coming out from the middle ear, and that should be open, both lateral side of that the nasopharynx. Okay? Then on posterior wall there is a pharyngeal tonsil. Okay? So here on the posterior wall you can see that here present, that is the pharyngeal tonsil consisting of the lymph tissue. Okay? And these are more prominent in the children up to the age of the 7th year, and after then it should be atrophies. Okay? Then the next part, that is the oropharynx. So oropharynx from this region to this region. So this part, the oropharynx. So oropharynx, it lies behind the oral cavity and extends from the oral surface of the soft palate to the upper border of the epiglottis. So here you can see that is the upper border of the epiglottis. So from this region to this region, that is the oropharynx. Then the bond ridge, the roof is formed by the soft palate. So here, and the pharyngeal isthmus. Then the floor, lower part, it is made by posterior 1/3 of the tongue. So here you can see that forming the posterior 1/3 of the tongue and the epiglottis. Okay? Then the anterior wall, this one. The anterior wall, it is made by the anterior wall, it is made by the oropharyngeal isthmus and the pharyngeal part of the tongue. Okay? And posterior part, it is made by this one, that is made by the C2 vertebra and upper part of the C3 vertebra. So here C2 and C3. So these two vertebra, that is forming the posterior wall of the oropharynx. Then see the features of the oropharynx. So oropharynx, it is oral part of the pharynx, lies behind the mouth and extending from the level of the soft palate to the level of the body of the third vertebra, third cervical vertebra. So from this region, the lateral wall of the pharynx blend a soft palate forming the twofold. You know that is the twofold, that is the palatoglossal arch and the palatopharyngeal arch. Okay? And between through this arch there is presence the palatine tonsil. Then during that the swelling of the nasal and the oral part, there is separated by a soft palate and the ovula. Okay? Then we should have to see that is the laryngopharynx. So laryngopharynx, this lower part from this region to this region, this one, that is the laryngopharynx. So it lies behind the laryngeal inlet. So that is the laryngeal inlet and it should be present behind it and posterior wall of the larynx. Okay? Then it starts from the upper border of the epiglottis. So here you can see that is the epiglottis. So it starts from the upper border of the epiglottis to the lower border of the cricoid cartilage. Means that is from the C6 vertebra. Okay? And it communicates with the laryngeal cavity through the laryngeal inlet. Okay? And it is continuously at lower side, that is the esophagus. Okay? Then the boundaries of the laryngopharynx. So anterior wall, this one, it is made by the laryngeal inlet. So here you can see that is the larynx and this opening, it is called the laryngeal inlet. Posteriors, then the posterior surface of the larynx, then the posterior wall, this one, it is made by the bodies of C3, C4 and C5 vertebra. So that is the C3, C4 and C5 vertebral bodies and the C6 vertebral bodies. And the lateral wall, both side, it is supported by the thyroid cartilage and the thyroid membrane. Okay? So both side it is supported by. Then the feature of the laryngopharynx. So anterior wall present the pharyngeal inlet. So this one, the anterior wall, it should be present the pharyngeal inlet, and below the inlet it is supported by the cricoid cartilage and the arytenoid cartilage. So here that is the cricoid cartilage, here you can see that is the cricoid cartilage, and upper to it that is the arytenoid cartilage. Okay, so that should be forming the anterior wall. Lateral wall present a piriform fossa. So here another diagram you can see, that is this is the lateral wall of the pharynx, this one, and laterally this one, it should be formed, that is the piriform fossa, this one, and that is the larynx. Here you can see cavity of the larynx, and both cavity of the larynx, it should be forming the lateral wall, that is called the piriform fossa. So what is called the piriform fossa? So piriform fossa, it is a deep recess, broad above and narrow below. Okay, anterior part of the lateral wall of the laryngopharynx on each side of the laryngeal inlet. Okay, then the boundaries. Okay, so medial boundary means this one, and this is the lateral boundary. So medial boundary, that is made by aryepiglottic fold and the quadrangular membrane of the larynx. So here you can see on both sides the quadrangular membrane of the larynx and the aryepiglottic fold. Then the lateral wall, this one and this one, it is made by the mucous membrane covering the lamina of thyroid cartilage. Okay, so here that is the thyroid cartilage, and it should be covered the lamina of the thyroid cartilage and the thyroid membrane. So here green color you can see, that is the thyroid membrane, and above the piriform fossa, this one upper side, it is separated from epiglottis by the vallecula. Okay, so that is the piriform fossa and the laryngopharynx. Okay, so in this diagram you can see, that is from this region to this region, that is the laryngopharynx, that is from C3, C4, C5 and C6 level, that is the laryngopharynx. Then after then we have to see, that is the pharyngeal wall. So pharyngeal wall, that is made by the 4 layer. Okay, so inner to outer side, it is made by the mucous membrane, then pharyngobasilar fascia, then the muscular coat, and last one the buccopharyngeal fascia. So let's see that the pharyngeal wall.